Hello. Happy Monday, everyone. I can't, my hair's doing what it wants to do. I have no idea what. I have no idea what's going on. No idea. Talking about Mars today. Okay. Good spot. Can we see Mars? Mars is over here. Beautiful. I'm going to start with some tarot while we get situated and see how everyone is doing. Actually, do a little bit more. It's just, this smells so good. It's just so good. But how are you? How has your week been? How are we starting off 2025? What has been new? What has been coming up for you? And I think we talked about it last week. I know I had mentioned it with some clients this week, but it feels as though everything is speeding. I talked about it in my coaching call. That's what it was. Everything's just been speeding up, but in a way that everything is speeding up outside of us, and that you're kind of like Neo, who just discovered that he's Neo, where you're like, what? What's going on? What's going on? And then you recognize that you can get sucked into that speed, and then you can kind of get also equally sucked into the slowing down, and there's like a molasses feeling to it. So I know, it's so beautiful. Nothing really. What do we need to see today? Perfect. 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 I love that this is reversed. I feel like this is behind us. I feel like we're aware of the mental constructs that we put ourselves in. This card, very much looking forward to figuring out what I'm supposed to be doing. Justin, happy Monday. You are definitely not alone in that. Definitely not alone. The amount of people that have the same desire to want to be helpful, to want to do something that's positive for the world, to help other people, that desire is so pure in and of itself. We gotta just release it in a way where I recorded my full moon in Cancer video this morning. I'm gonna post it after the live because I know that I had someone comment a few weeks ago because I posted something and then I went live and she's like, I was watching that, couldn't make the live. So I thought, do the live and then I'll post it. And so the title of the video is When is Enough Enough? And what I referenced in that video, and we know this is a multidimensional cafe. We are in a quantum multiverse. So if everything's happening all at the same time, we have access to limitless information all at the same time. Hello, happy Monday. Welcome. Good to see you. Good to see you. And we don't have the answer. Like, we don't have the understanding of what it is we're supposed to do, be, accomplish, whatever it may be. Then we're not supposed to. I don't remember where I had. So there's a hand gesture. I don't remember where. Good morning. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. I can't even fit the whole thing. Thank you. Thank you. I love you. I'm so happy you're here. Goodness. I have my new kitten here. She's sleeping. If she decides that she wants to come up, she is a raptor. Like, I did not in any way get like a cuddly kitten. She's a raptor, and you will see my hands in the all signs reading. You will see what I'm talking about. But her name is Sybil. Yes. If she wakes, the fact that she's even sleeping right now, dude, I don't know if you can hear it, but she will claw at everything on the walls. She will run around, but she's just like, I'm letting her ease into a public life and like in her own time and way. But she's the cutest little thing ever. And I just like, yeah, I'm living for it. I'm absolutely living for it. But full on, like she's in charge right now. Little raptor, just a little raptor. And I love everything about her. She's just like chaos and cuteness, and like she's so I got the birth time. Hi, Susanna. Hi, honey. She is a Scorpio sun with an Aquarius moon and a Libra rising. She's having a Mars return already because her Mars is at 1 degree of Leo. So I have no air in my chart. I have no air whatsoever. I'm Aries Sun, Capricorn Moon, Scorpio rising. So this is very exciting and new. Oh my God. It's just, hello, Caitlin. It's so good to see you. So happy that you're here. And oh my goodness, I'm so happy that you're here. This came up, and I want to include Caitlin in this as well, because this is, I have no earth in my chart. Like I don't know what I would do without my earth moon. Like, it's, thank goodness. I was doing a consult the other day, and the woman, she knew astrology through and through. She's like, I could tell that Pluto was somewhere conjunct your ascendant. She's like, yeah, all earth. I love that. Thank goodness for my Capricorn moon grounding me down, but it's very much like, I try my best with it. But Caitlin, I wanted to tell you, this is about trying to figure out what we're supposed to be doing and releasing that need. And the full moon in Cancer video that I recorded, I'm going to post it after this video. When is enough enough? And we talked about that everything is happening all at the same time. Quantum multiverse. And if we don't have something, when everything is available all at the same time, that is our self, that is our soul contract, whatever you label it to be, your future self, whatever you label it to be, saying you're not supposed to know that just yet. You're not supposed to know that. And that's what I was saying. So my higher self, I have posted this before, but I don't remember where. My higher self and I have like little symbols, like little hand symbols where like I go like this, she's behind me, all different things. I'm a very visual person. And so whenever I'm trying to figure something out, I'm trying to like get the answer, I'm trying to like, what is the thing that I'm supposed to do next? What is the thing? What I'll see her do is she just goes and she covers her mouth. And that means I'm not going to tell you, you have started to idealize me and I am a fractal of you. Like, you can't, the guides are not gods. They are there to help us. They are there to guide us, but they are not gods. They are still learning with us. Our guides are completely imperfect as we are. We are all learning and developing in the earth school. So whenever she says that, I'm like, girl, just go into the woods, go make a canvas, go do something, go sing, go find a way to be present and enjoy presence, because it can be so beautifully, wonderfully addictive. Beautifully, wonderfully addictive. I could make a video every single day. I could record something every single day and talk and want to be helpful and want to do all of these things. But that's when we have that spiral up. That's when we burn out. We know that from corporate, from leadership, from all of these. Oh my God, Rachel, she's such a sweetie pie. She's just such a sweetie pie. I love her in every possible capacity. And I just like, when I was looking at her chart, I was like, you're going to be seen all over the world. You're going to be seen, girl. But so finding a way to have healthy creative expression. Dude, slowing down, it is so triggering. It is so triggering. And it's very much like we feel like Neo that just discovered that he's the one. If that is a reference that people don't understand, it's like, I apologize. It's from the Matrix movie. And he basically like figures out that he's the one, and he can just, there's bullets going around and he's looking around as if everything is happening. We can get sucked into the quickness. We can also get sucked into the molasses. So I never want us to slow down to the point of like, the woe is me type of like, I'll never find out what it is that I'm going to do. I'm never going to just slow down and enjoy life. Think of it as, what are you going to do before you work? Like Justin, like what you were saying, what do you do before you have a client session? Before you do this, what do you do after a client session? How do you have fun? There are people from corporate world, from life, where if they, how do I say, people that I had met in restaurants, one girl, like she is just meant for greatness. And she, like, I see her in images, I've channeled for her, I've read her chart. I'm like, you've got like 2 laptops, 2 cell phones, you're doing all these things in the future. And she's like, well, what am I supposed to do right now? I'm like, be grateful that you have time, because the version of you that exists right now that's got 2 cell phones and 2 laptops, she's got things to do every single second of every single day. Do you know what she would give for a moment of peace and quiet, a moment of confusion, a moment of the universe is blessing you with the capacity to do whatever you want to do? It's the mark of a starseed, of a light worker. Yeah, permission slip for extra recess. Yes. I want you out in the woods. I want you frolicking. I want you learning how to frolic, skip. When was the last time you did a cartwheel? Anybody? And it helps my Capricorn moon, which is when we slow down, what if we labeled it as just as important as the productivity, that we're actually more productive when we slow down? That's sometimes, that's on the bottom. Let me get a, yeah. Pages reversed, my friends. Pages reversed. Oh, I love this. I love this. I love this. This is the Gemini card. It's the Gemini card, so it can be decisions as well. When I was trying to teach my kid to do one, I was out of a cartwheel practice for sure. Santa, it's so much fun to do, but yeah, when you like go for it the first time, you're like, oh my God, am I gonna hurt myself? When was the last time I did this? Oh my God. So I would love for us to, and that is something that I tell my brain when my brain is floundering and freaking out when I'm relaxing and I'm watching an extended Lord of the Rings for the 37 millionth time. I'm just like, this is helping your brain develop. You can hold more energy. You can hold more downloads. You can hold more things if you slow down. I saw a license plate that said slow the other day. Right? 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 It's the whole universe is sending us these moments, these signs, and these symbols. And even like, oh my goodness, I recorded like 4 or 5 minutes of the it happened on a Camaro. I love that. I love it when you're like the owner. I was like, I see you. I get you. Yes. Do I have a PO box for subsistence gifts? I do not. Thank you for that idea. Oh my goodness. I've just moved. That is just the most amazing thing. I'm going to write that down. I have to go to the post office anyways. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, Caitlin. Thank you so, so much. The really right now donations, super chats, super gifts. Oh my gosh, one of my sparkles just fell down as I said that, are all welcome and so appreciated. I love connecting to every single one of you. And if any of this ever resonates, no expectations, I'm going to show up anyways. But if that helps me help you more. Also, how do I say, when we rest, we're basically, think of it as exercise. When you have that rest day, you're giving your muscles the chance to nurture and nourish and become stronger. You're trying for hypertrophy, you're trying for a goal, you're trying for a strength goal, you're trying to lose weight, whatever it may be. When you have that rest day, it's your inhale or your exhale. You can't just be the entire time. You can't just be the entire time. You can't be having every single day in a row. We can't be productive all the time. We have to flow with the cycles. We have to go with the new moons and the full moons. That's why for me in my practice, the moon cycles are it makes the most sense to me to be manifesting on the new moons and then releasing, celebrating on the full moons because it's built into every single month. It's almost like the stars, the planets are all just saying, yeah, just follow this roadmap and manifest here, release there, manifest here, release there. I'd had the intention to talk about Mars. I want to talk about it a little bit because I think that that's an exciting thing for us. And also a little bit of a, how do I say? Not a roadmap, but Mars went into Cancer energy today, retrograded back into Cancer energy today. So Mars is our little assertive guy. He is the divine masculine planet. We all have Mars somewhere in our chart. And so it's how we get things done, how we assert ourselves, how we express ourselves, all of these things. That going into the sign of the mother, Cancer, our yin little area over here. My pocket of the world, safety is key. And I will put the link for a video, Power Meets Softness. I had already done a video on Mars and Cancer energy. This was back in the day, last year, not back in the day. But so these are some key dates that I want us to kind of look at right now. Mars is hanging out in my 7th house. I love that, Melanie. I love that. You're just speaking up, you're finding your people, all these different things. I really, really love that. I'm this little energy, in this little period, Mars and Cancer in the 7th house, 2 people with Mars in the 7th house. I love that. I love that. This could be a time, really be open to receive is what I'm hearing right now. Really be open to receive. Yeah, let your divine feminine, especially with your assertive planet retrograde in your house of relationships, sink into that femininity sign, sink into that, the masculine gives and the feminine receives. Just we have both of these inside of us. So when we're talking about Venus, we'll be receiving, but Mars retrograde, reverse, red, right, returning. Let it come in. Let it come in. Could you do a video on dreams? I'm a super vivid dreamer and I know what to make of it. Yes, you're the second person to ask about that. I absolutely can. Dreams have been popping off. They are messages. There's many new things. I have done videos on dreams before, but it's many years ago and there is a lot happening. So I can absolutely do that. Thank you for that tip. Winter, Mars in my 11th in Aries. Mars and Aries. There was a reference book, I forget the name of it. It was when I was first studying astrology, and they're like, this is one of the most like intense, aggressive placements that you could ever possibly have. You run that's why you run, like you are the community leader. You are the one, like the center cog, where you're like, you do this, 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 you do this. In the 11th house, that is the Virgo run house, which is like, you will tell them what's what. I love this. Natal Mars in Cancer in the 10th conjunct Jupiter. Mars conjunct Jupiter. That is very expansive. Very, very expansive. Natal Mars in Cancer in the 10th conjunct Jupiter. Susanna, are you having a Mars return right now? What degree is this at? What degree is this at? But Winter, that's definitely why you're like the one and that people will be flocking to you and doing those things. But Susanna, what degree is this at? Because yeah, any planet that is conjunct Jupiter, it's like that super baby. That's super, super at 3 degrees. So it's not going to go all the way back. Mars is only going to go to 17 degrees of Cancer. So it's not going to be a full Mars return again. But that is very, very interesting. This is, remind yourself with natally that much excitement in the 10th house that sometimes when things happen, it could very well be that it feels like everyone's watching. Remind yourself, because that Jupiter can be very, very expansive, but it can also, because it's such like a big gulp, like she's thick and juicy and she takes up space. Remind yourself that she can be like, she can dilute or make you a little delusional, things like that. Winter, that's awesome. That's awesome. You are the one that's like, that's the center cog. That's the center cog. Could you also do a video on astrology terminology? I'm still trying to learn and I love your interpretations of it, the conjunction trine. Yes, I can absolutely do that. Thank you for these tips. Conjunction terminology. And anyone, please comment below. Thank you. Okay, beautiful. Terminology, astrology. That could be great for the toolbox. It's really interesting. I talked about that in the video that I recorded today where, I do like specific orbs and, conjunctions or different things. And I want like understanding it unlocked so much. Susanna, thank you for that validation because it's very true. It's lens upon lens upon lens upon lens upon lens. And taking it as it comes is so, so, so powerful and so, so, so important. And I find that map, your astrology map, is a beautiful way. It can be so overwhelming. Love the dreams video idea, second or third. Thank you. Thank you. These will be my 2 for the week. Oh, see, I love helping so much. I'm like, yes, productivity ways. Thank goodness for Sybil, because I'll calm myself down a little bit. And it's just, yeah, I recorded a bloopers inadvertently, an inadvertent bloopers where I tried to record a video the other day and she's like gnawing at the planets and removing them from the wall and I couldn't record. And so I might post it as a blooper because it's just so cute. She's just like the sweetest little thing ever. So Mars, I want us to really look at Mars retrograding back into Cancer. Where is this falling in your chart? Where is this little windshield wiper going? And the degrees are going to be from 6 degrees of Leo to 17 degrees Cancer to 6 degrees Leo. Where is that area of your chart falling? Because that Mars assertive planet is giving us a little bit of extra love. And it's asking us, where can we actually receive right now? Where can we slow down? The original video was power meets softness. Where can we not pop off? Where do we want to pop off? We want to. We want to, seriously, and having that Mars Pluto opposition at 1 degree of Mars and, pardon me, 1 degree of Leo and Aquarius, like that's warlike energy. The irony of it being in my 10th house, dude. It was from, what's her name? Teal Swan. She did a little video. I follow certain things of hers, but not everything. But this one really resonated, which is when it comes to like your purpose. And she's like, I get asked all the time, like, what is my purpose? What am I supposed to be doing? And she said, a great way to find your purpose is to say, what if you didn't have a purpose? Like, what if at the end of the road, there was no reason for being here just to exist? What would you do? What would you do? Yes, 10th house, 4 degrees. I love how many astrologers are here right now. I love that this community is astrologers, light workers, channelers, people that have these. And to the ones of you that are getting in your own heads about what I just said, you're here. So just because you don't feel like you have the title inside of you, you're a wizard, Harry. So just, I'm, where is it? I'm waving my wand at you. Just because the title isn't fully there yet doesn't mean you're not. You have so much to offer this world just by existing. You receive that, Justin. You receive that. I love all of you so much. So much. Okay. So in the Power Meet Softness video, these are the dates. You don't have to jot them down if you want to. The 4th of September, 2024 is when Mars went into Cancer energy. The 3rd of November, 2024, Mars went into Leo energy. The 6th of December, Mars went retrograde at 6 degrees of Leo. And the 6th of January, today, is that today? That's today. Mars goes back into Cancer. The 23rd of February, Mars is going direct at 17 degrees of Cancer. And the 18th of April, Mars will go into Leo. This is a long time for us to process. That's exactly it, Susanna. If there's no point, you'd have as much fun as possible. As much fun as humanly possible. The day before my birthday, 2/24. Happy early birthday to you. Happy early birthday. Yeah, that's going to be, oh my goodness, the day before your birthday. Be open to receive. Still let yourself receive that day. Really be open to receive as much as possible. Just have as much fun as possible. I love that. I love that, Susanna, where it's, you'd have fun. You also would take some pressure off. Be like, if there's no point, I want to put sparkles on my face. Don't go into lethargy where it's like, if there's no point, nothing matters. Don't go into this space. I mean, it's fun when you can. From a fire sign, we get it. But it's like when you can do this, it's fun. But you'd have fun. You wouldn't really care as much about the judgments of others. You wouldn't really care if you said something wrong or did something wrong. You'd make art because who cares? You wouldn't care about the judgments of others. You wouldn't care about the need, and this hits my Capricorn moon. You wouldn't think of the need to monetize it and make it the right thing and do exactly the way that it's supposed to be. You'd be like, this is who I really am. And it's me and my, like future image of the world, where and this is the question that I ask when it comes to finding your purpose, which is, if time or money were no object, what would you do? The kicker is that everybody on the planet has infinite time and infinite money as well. So nobody needs saving. Nobody, you don't have to go into a charity-based work. You can give because you want to give. And in that visual, in Sarah's mind's eye, this lack-free society, we'd get bored right quick. I'm sorry, for this group especially, like, we have a growth mindset. We want to be productive. We want to do things. We get bored right quick, and we would be making art, playing. We would be doing something. I'm reading the planets and making these things and covering myself in paint and rolling around in it and channeling and being all the little wizard in the tower and getting cats and buying lands. Like, that's where I will be forever. That brought me to this YouTube. It brought all of us together. Whereas the amount of stuff that I just do because I'm like, I can't have all this information in my brain. I want to offer it as a present. YT Social, welcome. It's so good to see you. Thank you so much. Thank you. The curls have a mind of their own today. I just let them be, but full on, like almost as big as my big noggin. And so just play and make art. Yes, exactly. We would want to bring something to town. We would want to be like, look, I made this. Some people would garden all the time. Some people would farm all the time. Some people would be discovering, like everyone would have a thing that they would do because they wanted to, not because they felt it was out of obligation. And that can be a really great question. I ask people all the time, if time or money were no object, what would you do? This is actually for some of my teenage clients that are going to school that they feel as though they're either getting pressured to go into a school, they're not really sure what to do, all these different things. And they'd be like, oh, but this school has a good this and this has this. I was like, well, what if time or money were no object? They're like, I'd be in the woods. I'd be hanging out with the trees, hugging the trees and doing fun. Like I would literally just be like helping to clean up trash. I'm thinking about ending my phone number. That's a wonderful thing to do. There's so much shifting, like being able to release something that's old. YT Social, thank you so much for sharing that. And going into something that's more authentic is huge. It's really huge to be able to do that. And just to say, like, I've gone through all the stages of grief and I've accepted that I'm no longer that version of myself anymore. I'm no longer that version of myself. So that's pretty powerful. That's pretty powerful. So what I would love to offer for us this week, we have the only other aspect, or not aspect, but planetary change I'm looking at is on the 8th is when Mercury is going to go into Capricorn, which is going to feel nice. It's going to feel really nice. Mercury had that retrograde in Sagittarius. It's going to be a little bit, I love when Mercury is in an earth sign because it's like, yes, no. That's about it. It's about it. Yeah. It's about it. You know, Mercury's in Virgo. It's like, and this is why. I feel like for Capricorn, Mercury and Capricorn, you don't have to respond or react right away. Just let it be its own thing. Let it be its own moment. And just take your time, transmute that reaction into a response. Yes, I'd probably just read out in the woods, though my Saturn Pisces 6 make me question that. Think of the energy, Justin. Think of the energy where it's our brain that says we have to do the thing. This could be that you are following your grid worker in you and that you being that energy in the specific area in the woods shifts and changes the whole world. It's kind of like sometimes, and this is a perspective that I'd heard where even when you're open to the universe blessing you and receiving in infinite ways, and then all of a sudden our brain just goes, but it has to be like through a job. It has to be like through this. It has to be through that. But when we're open to receive in all different ways, we're saying to the universe, bless me. Bless. I'm open to receive my blessings. I'm open to however it comes. Even the mindset, and this is something that I heard, so I would love your opinion on that. Even the mindset of the lottery can be a very limited mindset to say it has to come this way. It has to come this way. Green woods, beautiful. I literally hug the trees in my yard sometimes when I'm anxious. Their strength and stability is very calming when I'm all over the place. Caitlin, I'm right there with you. I'm right there with you. It's so like brazenly hug the trees. Justin, you could be out in the woods, hugging the tree, journaling, doing your thing, and then you just stumble across someone that's processing, and then you're going to help them. You never know. If you're getting called to go somewhere, it doesn't have to make sense until after it makes sense. It doesn't have to make sense. I told this story once. I'm going to try to shorthand it. There was a day a few months ago. I couldn't sleep. I'd been up since like 2:00 in the morning. Couldn't sleep. So, and I was trying to pull coffee from the espresso machine at home. The coffee was sour. Didn't like the coffee. I went to the cafe that I used to live close to. And they didn't even, this is going to sound so, if you like good coffee, you're going to understand. They didn't even have a natural on trip. Nope. They just had sour coffees all over the place. And it's just like there was a short pull espresso. And I was like, fine, I'll just have a cold brew. I'll just have a chocolatey cold brew. And I'm sitting there like an addict, just drinking my cold brew, just miserable. Like, why am I even here? God sent me here. The universe sent me here. I don't even understand what's going on. And I sat there because God was like, sit and stay and just be and appreciate your coffee. You have a car. You are healthy. You have fingers and toes. Like, express your gratitudes before you get up and spew your energy all out in the world. I'm going to go to the grocery store. I'm going to get popcorn and I'm going to lay in bed and I'm going to eat the popcorn. So I go to the grocery store and I'm walking around aimlessly, like really, I just splenic projector. I'm just following the gut and I'm just going and going and going. And finally, I'm checking out. And the cashier and the person in front of me, he just goes, "I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry." And I was like, "Sir, I don't know you. You're fine. Like, I'm in no rush. Everything's okay." And the cashier, basically, this gentleman, he was, I would say, probably a boomer, probably a boomer. I'm just giving like general, gray-haired boomer. And like I'm looking like sparkles all over my face and different colored socks. And I'm like, "Sir, you're good. You're good." And none of his cards worked. Not his credit cards, not his debit card, nothing in his wallet was working. And so the manager came over and like printed the slip and was like, "Sir, come with me." And walked him over to the customer service desk. I didn't think anything of it. I just was cashing out and I was like, "Okay, I'm cashing out." And I'm walking out and I get the pull to come back in. My guides were like, "You go back in there right now. You go back in there right now." And the manager was going through item by item, removing the item and taking it out of the bag, removing the item and taking it out of the bag. And this gentleman is like, "I don't know what's going on. None of my cards are working and nothing is happening." And I just said, "Sir, I would like to buy your groceries for you." I was like, $20, not even. He's like, "These are my treats for my wife." It was like bougie ice cream. Like he was trying to do something nice for his little wife at home. And he just looked at me like, "I don't know what's going on. Like, this is real." Like he was scared, dude. None of his cards worked. And I was like, I always keep cash on me. Like I was waitress at the time. And I just was like, "Sir, you're good. It's like it's a bag of groceries for your wife." And I walked out of that store bawling my eyes out, bawling my eyes out. We shook hands. I never saw the man again. And I was like, "I trust you, God. It is your will, not mine. I don't want to know the path. I'm going to go home. I'm very tired now. I'm going to eat my popcorn and I'm okay." But you will be placed in the right moment at the right time to be the light. I promise you. I promise you. Getting cats and buying land. Yes. 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 There are no accidents, Caitlin. Exactly. There are no accidents. I just like, I'm having full chilly chills. It was so beautiful. But think of how much that entire story, I was pissing and moaning. I was not grateful. I was not doing any of the things. I was just like, "What are you doing, God? This is about me. This is obviously about me and my bougie coffee, and I'm this, and I'm this, and I'm this." So we can get wrapped up in our own moments. But I promise you, with your intentions, I'm getting emotional for all of you. Your intentions are all so pure to want to be helpful and a bright light for anyone in this world. So be the bright light for yourself right now and shine. And the universe, God, Gaia, all that is, will just say, "Go here, go here, go to the woods. Justin, go to the woods, journal in the woods, do a little bit of woo. I want you with like a staff. I want you out there. Gandalf it up, dude. Gandalf it up." Oh my God. That was just one of my favorite moments in the world. And it was just came from a day that was so enraging. Yeah, my Aries sun at 2 degrees, conjunct Jupiter at 5, was like, "I need to know what's happening right now. I need to know what's up, God. Tell me the end of the story." Celebration. This is all of us right now. I just love it. I just love it. I just love it. That full moon in Cancer. Who, buddy? Who, buddy? We talked about this. I'm posting the full moon video right after this. Yeah. Just walk towards it. Just walk towards it. And it could be so confusing. But think of, you're lost in the woods. Like take all of the images of our third dimensional matrix away and just think that you're in this magical forest on the path of life. And you're just trying to navigate it and it gets a little bit foggy and you're not really sure where to go. And you're supposed to go to your end. You're supposed to go to wherever it's supposed to be because you feel that call to go there, but you can't see a thing. Just trust your feet and just take the next step. Say, how can I just be better than I was in my last breath? How can I be more calm? How can I be more relaxed? Yeah. I feel freedom is coming. Absolutely. Absolutely. I gotta go chill till Tom Blah. Yes. Yes. Justin, we are kindred souls. We are kindred souls. Yes. Yes. Trust your feet. Carlo, it is so good to see you. It is so good to see you. Yes. Justin, and that's okay because the Balrog will present himself and you will know. But think of Gandalf falling. Think of Gandalf falling. Yeah. His true purpose has not been presented yet. What was, oh my God, what does Galadriel say? Like, none of the deeds of Gandalf were needless. Like, he just kept going. Pure ascension. Justin, get the stick. Do it. Trust your feet. Keep walking. You will know the thing the second you're supposed to know the thing. It's honestly, I'm not saying that, coming from someone who was just violently playing Mahjong the other day, just being like, I'm supposed to do something, but I can't do anything, but I don't have the thing to do, and I don't know what to do, and I don't know what to, like, just find a way. Find a way to be out in the woods, cry, hug the trees, just like Caitlin was saying. The park limit line, the rush shock this place in city country might be destroyed. And it's very much, there was something that I wanted to tell you that came up for me this morning, where sometimes our intuition can be, and this is something that I was processing in my personal life in hindsight, like an image that I received years ago didn't come true in its full capacity because I was looking at my download very analytically, very analytically. And so it was a parable. Sometimes what we see, just like I speak in parables and lenses and I tell stories and you take what you can from it, take what resonates and say, okay, I'm feeling the lens of destruction. What's underneath that? Fear. What's underneath that? I'm being called to walk away. Yes, 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 yes. There's so much going on right now. And we had talked about this a bit ago where someone had commented and they're like, are you feeling this sense of like impending doom or this impending this or this impending that? And we're living through the complete ascension of this planet, not just Gandalf, but the complete ascension of the planet, the complete shift in energy, the crumbling of the old and going into the new. And so when we view it in that real sense, it's like, oh, I'm living through the fall of an empire in real time. Yeah, it's cool. I got coffee and access to just infinite technology and this little phone right over here. I can just view it right in it. What if going to the woods and meditating and finding sovereignty and solace within that one moment of safety actually helps the whole world? Because not everyone's doing it. Not everybody's like this community. Not everybody's like us. Not everybody thinks of things in a way where we're aware of it and that we just have this sense of urgency to help, to do something, to support each other. That's something that's so precious, but that's not everywhere. So when we feel that impending out there, and I gave the fart analogy. I don't know if you all remember that one, but it's like when you walk into a room and somebody farted, you're not just like, oh my God, I'm the fart. You walk into the world and you say, look, the world is experiencing anxiety. The world farted. The world is having this moment of indigestion. It's not me. I'm just sensing that outside of me. I'm sensing that out there. That's why those daily meditations, those daily groundings are so important, because we have those moments to check in with myself, check in with yourselves to say, how am I feeling? Am I feeling anxious? Am I feeling sovereign? Am I at 100%? Am I at 80%? Am I at this percent? Nature nurtures, exactly. Honestly, just want to be outside in nature for the past 4 years. It is very true. Yes, yes, I love that, Bodhi. In a weird way, I can feel calm even in tower moments. I love that. And it's something I really love when the tower card comes up. I really love when I have tower moments because I feel so supported. And I'm like, God's in the room right now. I'm being handled. Like, literally, my entire life shifted. My daily life shifted in less than a month time. And every single step of the way, it was supported. I was, my internals were thrashing. I'm violently playing Mahjong and watching Lord of the Rings because I'm like, oh my God, You don't have to stress. You don't have to worry. Oh my God, you don't have to do any of the 3D things. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And I'm just letting that tucker itself out and just, again, like mahjong after mahjong and playing with the kitten and just letting this little raptor zoom all over the place. But when you're in tower moments, or when you see that impending tower moment come, just sink in and just say, I'm safe. I'm being guided. I'm being held. I got this. I'm here with the universe. I'm here with God. We can figure this out. Yes, Caitlin, I have a whole, it's a digital download. It's Tarot Essentials. It's in my digital marketplace I have a whole video on I go through every single card. I talk about reference books, picking your own deck, all different things. And I forget what I priced it at. I totally forget what I priced it at. But it is in the digital marketplace, an entire program, how to pick the right deck, how to clear them, how to read reversals, my favorite readings, the whole thing. But yeah, it's like Sarah introduces the 78. I go through every single one of these cards and introduce them, talk about them, my interpretations of them, talk about a lot of reversals as well. There is a video, and I don't remember if I put it in there or not, but why tarot is helpful for mental health, because when you are in those tower moments and you see the tower card comes up, you see the death, you see the devil card. We're in Capricorn season, so that's the devil card. I just feel so supported, and it's just that validation of God's in the room. So whatever happens is my ego saying this is the right way or this is the wrong way. This is the good way, this is the bad way. But what if God has a bigger plan for us? Yeah. What if, Justin, you're out in the woods and you just meet someone that's like wants to invest in you and wants you to work for them? Like, what if our brain, when we come from specific pasts, so I'm not going to project this, but from someone who has gone through specific pasts, corporate life, personal traumas, all different things, brain will naturally go to the what if, the worst case scenario. So that's why we have the Post-its. That's why we say, what if the best case scenario could happen? What is the best case scenario? What's the coolest thing that could happen today? What's the most magical thing that could happen today? What is the most blessed thing that could happen today? And let your brain start to look for those types of things. Your brain is a muscle. It is a figuring out label machine. It will literally, it's a storehouse for history. So it's going to tell you all the things in the past. So you have to exactly, what if it all goes right? Melanie, I love when the cards line up with the current astrology. It tickles my brain too, girl. It's like flossing my brain. I'm just like, yes, yes, give me more of that. Give me more of that. Yes, it can be the biggest blessing. The biggest blessing, YT Social, when you are meant for greatness. And it is one of the most, I'm 37 years old and I processed that literally this morning. I was processing just that thing where you can try and try and try and try to go past 50% of the process with family or, chosen family, whatever it may be. You can try. But if they're not meeting you, you have to take a step away for a few minutes and say, I've got me. God's got me. You're 36. See, we're doing so many things. We're all paralleled. And I really love this. Good morning. Good morning. Expect miracles. Exactly. Exactly. And when your brain has gone through trauma, when your brain has, especially when you have maybe parents or siblings, like this is the house of the mother over here, while the son is in the house of the father. We are very activated right now, especially with parental stuff, especially with what's the word, ancestral design, like cultural family. The roots of the tree of your life is down here in the general astrological wheel. So find out where this is falling in your chart. Where's the sun right now? Where's this full moon coming up, falling? It's at 23 degrees and 59 minutes, which is like poop or get off the pot type energy, where we can repeat patterns and be on that merry-go-round mentally, because the brain knows this is what love is. This is what this is. This is what family sounds like. It could be so negative and so destructive and such a trauma bond, but your brain is going to do that until you say, no more. I'm going to choose different thoughts. I'm going to give it, that muscle, that figuring out machine, new thoughts. That's why we have the Post-its all around the house. I am powerful. I am loved. I am worthy. That's why we do mirror work, where we look into our own eyes and we say, I'm enough. You're enough. I love you. And see how much it was 4 4 4 4 when I said that. And see how much you kind of divert from looking into your own eyes, where you say, I am really worthy. I'm worthy. I'm lovable. At the end of the day, I've done enough. I'm open to receive. And your brain is going to just be like, worst case scenario, this, no, you're not, blah, 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 blah. And it's just like, let it tucker itself out. It's a muscle. We don't get mad at our lungs for breathing or our heart for beating. It's not like you have a cough and you're like, "Oh, lungs, why did you do that? Oh my goodness." Same thing with our brain. It's a muscle. Yes, I am enough. Carlo, you are enough. You are. All of you are enough and worthy and loved and wondrous and powerful. Ah, love where you are, love where they are. We are all doing our best. Melanie, that's so beautiful. That is so, so beautiful. Hi, honey. I see you. I never know where to look. Sometimes I get lost watching my mouth move. Isn't this? She's a raptor, Caitlin. She is such a raptor. Look, try, Justin, to look into your own eyes. Say the statement and then look into your own eyes. This is also a good way to start with your, not just telepathy, but letting your clairsenses kind of blossom a little bit. Do you want to see everybody? Do you want to meet them? Okay. Come here, Sybil. Come here. Come here. I'm going to end you with this because waking her up, she's going to start to. Hey, world. Hey, world. Say hi to everybody. You're so loved all over time and space. You're so loved. You're so much. Okay, and we're done. And we're done. You stay here for a minute. Oh my God. She is like, it was so interesting, right? She's just like, oh my God. Oh my God. I'm just so, she's a literal baby raptor. When you see my all signs reading, you're going to see my hands all cut up. It is just, yes, we are her angel aunties and uncles. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my gosh, she's just, is New Hampshire really beautiful, especially the New England is one of the most beautiful places ever. Like, thank you. Thank you. She's so cute. She's so cute. And it was, I think I'll find a way to post the blooper of her just like literally like all over the place. Yeah, she's out now. She's out now. She's ready. She just goes from nap to chaos and then nap into chaos and nap into chaos. And it reminds me to stay present. And it reminds me to come back to, Sarah, hang out with your kitten. She's 2 months old. Like, we will all, the Libra rising. It's like looking into her bug eyes. Sometimes I'm like, you're an anime character. You're just so, you're just so. We want to run. I love this. I love this. We're doing it. We're doing it. We're doing it. These are huge cycles that we're closing, completing, ending. I know. She's just like, yeah, she's just like sitting, just perched. This is, yes, Caitlin. They're just the lights of your life. Yes. Yes. Yep. Yep. It's happening. It's happening. Oh my goodness. Well, what questions do you have for me? How can I best support this week? Mars in Cancer today. And then, like I said, we're going to have Mercury going into Capricorn later this week. And then after this, as soon as I close out of this, I'm going to post the full moon in Cancer video that I recorded this morning. It's called When is Enough Enough? And I want to preface that a lot of us, it was kind of like grouped into two different. It was either this is something that you've been feeling for the past month and you're processing it and you're kind of working through it, or you're like, this has been coming up and I can't repeat the same pattern anymore. And I really want to shift and I really want to do things. It's just, it can be a lot right now just because we're on the mother father axis. So be kind to yourself. Be generous to your mind. Get some Post-its. Where are they? Get some Post-its. Put them up on the mirror. Put them up by the door. Put them up for the thank you so much. Thank you. Put them up. I sometimes put them up on the pantry on the trigger spot. I will absolutely let you know about the P.O. box. I have to go down to the post office, so I will take care of that. And I'm so grateful for every single one of you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for just, I just love this. I love our Mondays. I love this time. Thank you. Oh my goodness. Yes, Justin, the whiteboard. Love you all. I will see you next week, 11 Eastern Standard on Mondays, and I'll post that video for you today. I'll see you soon.